Mr. and Mrs. Clarkson, have you both been well? I should have made an effort to see you both sooner, but I didn't. I've been so busy with work that I haven't been as social. I'm sorry about that.
It's good for a man to be busy, isn't it? I heard that your company was mentioned in the news last month and saw their name pop up again last week. The new project you guys are working on is incredible.
Yes, it's been a pleasure working on it so far. Plus, now that I'm in charge of my team, I received a pretty large bonus. Speaking of, I received a lot more than I expected, so I decided to get you both some gifts.
What? You didn't have to get us anything. If you really wanted to, you could have just bought us something delicious to eat, or even taken us out to dinner.
I genuinely wanted to get you these gifts. I saw them and thought of you both. Here, this is for you, Mrs. Clarkson. Oh, and here's yours, Mr. Clarkson. But please don't get too excited. It's not much. I'm worried if you both get too excited, you might be disappointed.
I know you both will love what he got you. I would have gotten them myself if he hadn't. I'm sure you will both enjoy the gifts.
No way! Isn't this a Nixon watch? It looks pretty expensive. Oh my, a beautiful wallet. I've been thinking I should get myself a new wallet for a while now. What a nice surprise. I should have known a savvy young man like yourself would have a keen eye for gift giving. Thank you so much, Dylan. I will put this to good use. But isn't this a bit too much? I mean, you bought us both gifts from expensive brands. I don't think you should be spending so much money on us.
Don't say that. Besides, I saw both of them and knew you two would love it. You have both helped me out so much over these past few years. Mr. Clarkson, you're the one who recommended I apply for my current job. I should be thanking you for all of my success.
I never did such a thing. You should be proud of yourself. Don't try to downplay your achievements. You are so hardworking. You deserve all the success you've had.
I've always felt embarrassed when my father tried to compliment me growing up, but I really appreciate what you're saying. I'm so thankful to be able to afford such nice gifts for you both. I hope that they last you a long time.
Oh, I'm sure they will. How are you so thoughtful? You make me feel so special. You two must be hungry. Let's go eat in the dining room. I know you've been gone for a while, and it must feel good to be home after so many weeks away. I decided to make us something special tonight. Dylan's favorite, fettuccine alfredo.
Wow, really? You didn't have to go through all that trouble.
We love pasta. Plus, Tiffany really likes to make pasta from scratch. She even made garlic breadsticks like the ones you get at Olive Garden.
You made the pasta from scratch? Like, completely?
Of course. Since we live so far from any nice restaurants or large grocery stores, I have learned how to make nearly everything from scratch.
Well, at least let me set the table.
I'm sorry, but I can't. You're our guest. Just sit down and relax. She's right. You've been working so hard at the office, you deserve to be able to rest around us. We can't put you to work. I'm good at setting the table, so I'll take care of you. You just stay put.
I can do the dishes once we're done eating.
Nope. Sorry, you have to relax too.
Mom, come on. It's the least I could do for you guys.
Your mom is right. You two are our guests, so just sit back and relax. Why don't you put something on TV for a bit?
Mrs. Clarkson, this is delicious. Are you sure you really made the noodles and bread from scratch?
It is definitely suspicious how delicious this all is. Oh, you two quit it. You're making me blush. From now on, anytime you visit us, we are going to make you high-end meals like this.
It feels like we have our own private chefs.
You guys are so silly. Oh, Dad, I heard that you're planning on expanding your business. It seems like everything is already going well. Do you really need to expand it?
I understand why you might be worried about it. Actually, I was worried about it at first too. After speaking to my employees and managers, we decided it's a great opportunity. I think it's going to be a fun challenge for me. There are a lot of other companies in the same field as me. These days I'm losing my competitive edge because my business is so small.
I think you're right. You've already been successful running your business so far, and it seems like expansion is a logical next step in the growth of your company. I'm sure no matter what you do, it's going to be great. I'm rooting for you.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate all the support. Here, have some more bread.
Thank you. Here's some more for you as well. I guess it's a good thing that you didn't have me set the table. I didn't realize there is a specific place for each piece of silverware.
Most people aren't taught about that kind of stuff. I mean, is it even important? Nope. Besides, I heard that when Amanda goes over to your parents' house, they don't let her do anything either. The first time she told me that, I was a little worried. I thought maybe they didn't trust her or didn't want her to be there. I was going to help out, but his mom stopped me and said she hated the idea of me helping. She said my precious hand shouldn't be wasted on such work.
Yeah, my mom can be kind of weird about that kind of stuff. She had some bad experiences with some of her boyfriend's parents growing up, so I think she wants to spoil you. She always tells me that you should never force your guests to do your own housework, especially not your in-laws. She's been really strict about that ever since we got married. She's always said you are a precious, delicate person. She constantly reminds me that I should be the one doing all the chores at home since she is so much smarter than me. She thinks you're out of my league. My mom always says Amanda is the most beautiful girl in the world. I must say that I agree with the statement. All of this is to say there is no need for you to worry about my mom. She loves Amanda.
Thank you for putting my mind at ease. I just don't want her to have any conflict in the future. Oh, right. Please give this to your mom for me. I made some extra pastries this morning and thought I should send some home with you. It's been so cold lately that it's the perfect time to stay at home and enjoy some coffee with pastries. Tell her that I hope they aren't too sweet, and I hope she can enjoy them even though they aren't as good as the store-bought ones.
Wow, that is so thoughtful of you. I'm sure she will love them.
I heard that her restaurant isn't doing well recently. I mean, it's in a great location and there are a lot of regular customers, but it's been hard for a lot of smaller businesses lately, especially since the rent just keeps increasing. She must be having a hard time. Running a restaurant is already so taxing. I can't imagine how tired she is.
It's been hard, but the good thing is she's been able to spend more time at home. Even though she's losing some money, I think she just needs a little break. The good thing about her business is that she has so many great customers. She loves cooking for them and then chatting while they eat. Apparently, she has a lot of people who come and dine by themselves. She keeps them company while they enjoy their meal. Thank you for being concerned about her. I knew you were the kindest woman in the world.
I should be thanking you. You're the one who has been making my daughter so happy.
We are grateful to have you as part of our family. Amanda, you really hit the jackpot. You have a husband who is great at his job and cares about you and your family, and his mom treats you so well. What a blessing.
Look at that! Approval! I told you I would only marry someone who treats me right, didn't I? Do you regret saying you didn't think I knew what was best for myself? I'm sure you do.
You've got me. I regret what I said. I was just scared to send my daughter off to be married. I see now that you made the right choice.
You must be so tired. I didn't realize it was getting so late. You have to go to work early tomorrow. I'm sorry for keeping you out for so long.
There's no need to be sorry. I was happy to spend such quality time with your parents. Honestly, it was really relaxing for me. Plus, your dad is such a role model for me. I hope that someday I can be as successful and humble as him. He has such a powerful yet calming personality. It's hard to explain. It's like he is so good at working with people and controlling them as a team. But he is also so relaxed and calm that he doesn't overwhelm anyone. It sounds like his business is still going well, and it's going to get even better after he expands. He is incredible. Very different from my dad.
I guess so. But I think your dad's pretty cool too.
No, he's nothing compared to your dad. My mom always nags him to help with basic stuff, and then he got into that accident. He's my dad, but he doesn't really feel like family, you know? Whenever I see your dad, I think, why can't my dad be more like him? I wish they were more similar.
Hey, don't think like that. Your dad has done a lot for you. He worked an honest job as a public service officer and he helped pay for your university. I think that's worth thanking him for.
Yeah, but because he did that, my parents have a ton of debt. They had paid all of their debts off, and then he decided to pay for my education even when I told him not to. Now they're in more debt than they were in the first place. I'm worried that his impulsive choices will impact my mom negatively later in life. Like when they want to retire or something. That's why I need to work even harder. Thank you for marrying me, Amanda. It's not every day that unremarkable guys like me get to say they will spend the rest of their lives with girls like you.
Stop, you're making me blush. Did you not hear what my dad was saying earlier? He said that you are a catch and that I hit the jackpot.
That did make me feel good. I know that I hit the jackpot as well. I'm nothing compared to you. I promise that I will take care of you forever, until the day you die. So all I ask in return is that you continue to look as beautiful as you do now.
You goofball. I know. I look pretty great right now. I think I should be the one to take the pastries to your mom. You could do it, but it's been a while since I've seen her.
So you think I shouldn't take them?
You could, but I think it will be better if I do it. Then your mom and I can catch up, and also she'll be happy to see that I brought her a gift from my parents. Plus, I have something else to give her.
You got her a gift?
Yes. I was at the mall and remembered she said that her skin has been dry and flaky, so I got her some new moisturizer to try. Dermatologists highly recommend this brand, so I thought it might help her. It will be easy for me to drop the pastries and moisturizer off at the same time. That way, you don't have to worry about it.
Thank you for getting a gift for my mom. I know she's going to appreciate it. I promise that I will keep taking good care of your parents as well.
You've been so kind to them so far. Don't forget to look after your parents, too. You know my parents think of you as their own son, right? They are so proud of you.
Really? That's a relief. I think of them as my real parents.
Mrs. Brown? I'm here! How have you been? You're here already! I've been great. Thank you for asking. I just woke up, so I'm still getting everything ready. Sorry I'm so disorganized. Since you came over so suddenly, I didn't have a chance to clean properly. My apologies. No, what are you talking about? Everything looks so clean. And you know what? We're a family, aren't we? So why would I care if your house was a mess? Please don't worry about that kind of stuff around me. Here, this is for you. My mom has been baking a lot recently, and she wanted me to bring these to you. She made all of them yesterday, so they are still fresh. Oh, and this is from me. A gift for you. It's just a moisturizer that I saw at the store, but I heard that it's really good for cracking and dry skin. Apparently, it's highly recommended by dermatologists. Oh my! She made all of these pastries from scratch. What a thoughtful thing to do. And wow, this looks like a nice brand. Are you sure it wasn't too expensive? Thank you so much. This is a precious gift. You deserve such a nice gift. Honestly, I wish I could have gotten you something even better. If you like it and it works well on your skin, I will buy you more when you run out. Just let me know. Thank you so much, sweetie. Of course you would be thinking about me instead of you. What a kind-hearted individual. I can't believe you treat us like your own parents. Every time I see you, I feel like I'm being spoiled. Oh, Franklin and I already used all of the gift cards you got us. Thank you again for giving them to us. I was hoping it would help you relax a bit. That way you wouldn't have to cook dinner every night. They asked you to go on a business trip to France? So suddenly?
Yeah, this is a really great opportunity for me, so I really want to go. I was surprised too when they told me about it, but it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I asked some of my coworkers, and they said that if I go on this trip, I won't have to go on any more for a while. Plus, I don't think I'll be gone for more than a week or two, so there's no reason for you to worry about me.
You're right. This is a great opportunity, especially because you won't have to pay for the trip. I remember when I used to go on international business trips. It was always such an amazing experience. I would do anything to be able to go back and do it all again.
I knew you would understand why I want to go. I won't be going for another 10 days, so it's plenty of time to prepare for the trip. I'm happy because the week after I get back is your dad's work anniversary and your mom's birthday. I'm so happy I won't have to miss either of those and I can come back to celebrate with all of you.
I know! That is so lucky. I'm glad the times don't overlap. I would still let you go on the trip, obviously, but it would be slightly disappointing if you weren't able to come.
I promise I'll come. It would be a hassle for you if I didn't.
You don't need to worry about this kind of stuff so much. We'll be okay if something comes up and you're unable to make it. I'm glad that you'll be here to come with me, but I'm also glad you're going to be able to go to France. What a great opportunity, Dylan!
You're so hard-headed. I can tell that you would force me to go on this trip even if it conflicted with your parents' special days. Hey, sorry to change the subject, but your phone keeps ringing. It's been going off since earlier this evening. Aren't you going to answer it?
I guess I should. Oh, it's my mom. I'll be back in a minute. Mom, what's going on? Is everything okay?
Amanda, what should I do? Our house is a total disaster.
What do you mean? How is our house a disaster? Did something happen?
Your dad's business has gone bankrupt and now they're seizing our house. The debt collectors are telling me I have to pay everything back or else something bad will happen to me. What should I do?
What? Are you sure? Where's Dad right now?
He left the house since his office is in chaos. His work isn't going well. Everything is going wrong. He said that he would speak with you later when he left the house, but I figured I should let you know now rather than later. It sounds like all of his employees are being let go now, so we owe them a severance pay as well. What should I do? I don't know if we have enough money to handle all of this right now.
How could this have happened? Okay, you just stay still. Don't go anywhere. I'm on my way now.
Amanda, where are you going? What has you in such a rush?
My dad's business is failing right now. It doesn't sound good. Now they're trying to seize my parents' house. I just spoke to my mom and she told me everything. I have to get there as soon as possible.
What? No way. How could this happen so suddenly? It seemed like his business was going so well. He was even preparing to expand his office.
I know! I'm just as shocked as you. That's why I need to get over there as soon as possible.
I should go with you. Let's go together. You and your family can use as much support as possible right now.
Mom, I'm here. What on earth is going on? Is Dad back yet?
Sweetie, you're here. I don't know what to do. Why did you call Amanda? I don't want her to see us like this.
Of course she called me. I deserve to know. How did this happen, Dad?
Well, I told you that I was planning on expanding my business, right? Well, in order to open another location, I needed a down payment in order to rent another space. I didn't have the cash on hand, so I took out a loan and didn't realize that it was from a loan shark. Ever since then, I haven't been able to earn as much money, and I can't seem to pay back the loan or the interest. They were angry with me for not paying them back, so they showed up at my office and trashed everything. They smashed our computers, shattered our windows, and destroyed more of our property. Now I don't have any money to pay the loans back, and I'm in a tricky position. The employees heard the rumors about the loan sharks after the break-in, and they all started to quit. Now I have no money, and they're trying to take our house away from us. The only thing we have left is the property. I'm so embarrassed for you two to see me like this. At this age, it was greedy of me to think I would be able to handle an expansion without any complications.
So, are you saying that you've lost everything? Your business is completely ruined. Where are you going to stay if you can't keep your house?
Yes, there's nothing I can do. I just need to organize everything and sell what I have left of the company. I'm so sorry you have to see me like this. I'm supposed to be there to help and support you two, but instead, you have to come help me. This feels so backwards. I'm sorry to ask this, but do you think I could borrow some money? I have no more savings to pull from. I need to pay my employees their severance, but I don't have anything to give them. That's why I'm begging for your help.
Don't worry, Dad. Of course we will help.
I'm sorry, Mr. Clarkson. Our financial situation isn't that good right now either. Do you have another family member or friend you can ask? I think that would be better.
Oh, I see. You're right. It's not your responsibility, it's mine. I should be the one to find a solution for it. I apologize for not considering your own financial situation.
Honey!
It's getting pretty late. I think it's best if we go. We both have work tomorrow, so we should leave now.
Yes, of course.
We just got here and now you're saying we need to leave? Why are you acting like this?
No, it is getting late. Dylan is right. I'm sorry for calling you over so late on a weeknight. You had better get going.
Thank you for your understanding. We'll be in touch soon. I'll pull the car around front, so come out when you're ready, Amanda.
Why would you tell them that we needed to leave so soon? They must have felt so uncomfortable. And why did you tell them our financial situation isn't good? We have a lot of my money to spare. We could have at least given them a little money to help them try to keep their house. Why are you being so selfish?
What do you mean we have plenty of money to spare? That's our money for our future house. Do you know how expensive the housing market is these days? And do you realize how much money your dad is going to need to take care of all of those severance packages? Even if I wanted to help him out, like he said, it's not our responsibility. Don't even think about going behind my back and sending them extra money. I will keep an eye out for any large transfers.
What? Why are you being like this? It's not like they are strangers begging us for money. They are my parents. Why are you being so harsh?
It's not my responsibility. If his business really failed so horribly, there's not much I can do to help him anyways. I'm sure that if we lend the money to them now, they're only going to keep asking for more. Don't give them anything and they won't rely on us. I don't want to be a failure like your dad.
It really took you only 5 minutes to change your whole perspective on my family, didn't it? The other day, you were saying my dad is one of the biggest role models in your life. Now you want nothing to do with him and are calling him a failure? They're going to lose their house. It's all they have left. How can you be so heartless? Don't you care about what happens to them? Are you the Dylan I've known for so many years? Because I never realized you would behave like this.
Our house is important too. The world doesn't revolve around them. I think it's more selfish for your parents to ask us for money. That's a lot of pressure they're shoving onto you. It's pretty pathetic to ask your children to pull you out of trouble when you're the one who put yourself there. This must be difficult for you too, since you thought your dad was about to open a second branch. Either way, you should have been ready for this kind of outcome. Businesses fail all the time. You have to be ready for it. Anyway, don't think about contacting them about this again. I get that they're your parents and all, but we need to wait until they get the money from someone else. If you decide to try to give them money while I'm on my business trip, I'll divorce you as soon as I get back. Got it?
Are you serious? I understand that you don't want to help them and you're feeling protective of your money, but do you really have to go this far? Did you forget how much my parents helped you with when we first got married? You must have, because why else would you be refusing to help them?
They are our parents. They are required to help their kids or in-laws out when they're in trouble. That's part of the responsibility that comes from being a parent. We have to keep living for ourselves or else we're going to be held back. It sounds like a lost cause anyways. You know I'm working on a huge new project at work, right? I don't need any extra stress and this whole situation could really throw my whole project off. If you want to remain my wife, you need to do what I say. Don't get all teary-eyed. No need to cry over this. Everyone knows that you have to do whatever is necessary to survive, even if it means cutting off people we love.
Don't speak to me for the rest of the night. I can't handle talking to you anymore. Mom, I'm so sorry we left so suddenly last night. I wish I had stayed by your side instead of leaving.
It's okay, dear. I understand. Plus, Dylan has been so busy with work that it must have been stressful for him to deal with so late at night. When I heard that we might lose the house,
All I could think about was you. I didn't think about how it might impact Dylan.
If something as big as this happens, of course you should call me. You did the right thing. Dylan is just stressed about his next business trip and he's more sensitive about stuff. Don't let his attitude about all of this weigh on you.
I get it. It was a reasonable response since we asked him so suddenly to give us money. You both must have been so surprised. Don't worry about what your father said yesterday. We're going to be okay. Really. There's no need for you guys to lend us any money.
No, Mom. I spoke with Dylan about it again and we decided that it will be okay for me to loan you guys a little bit. Since you're losing the house, you at least need some money to get an apartment or something like that.
It's really okay, dear. I would be so ashamed if your father and I had to rely on you two. We're your parents. We should be the ones supporting you. Don't worry about us too much. We have a lot of people we know who are willing to help us resolve this. I'm sure we'll figure it all out. We've had more intense situations than this, and we survived those. I'm sure we'll be okay.
How am I supposed to sit by and watch you suffer?
I said that it's okay. Just live your life like normal. You don't need to do anything for us.
Only 5 days left until I go on my trip.
Oh, wow. So you're leaving next week?
Yup. We've talked about it multiple times, but don't even think about transferring any money. I know you may be tempted to try while I'm gone, but just remember I'm going to be checking all of our accounts multiple times every day. Don't even dream about it.
You're really starting to push it, you know. It's not even that much money that we would be giving them, but I guess you're entitled to stress about whatever you want. With how much you're bringing it up, it sounds like you're more stressed about it than me. Why are you so worried about giving them anything? Can't we at least give them whatever we can afford to spare? I feel like your attitude is unwarranted.
I don't think so. I think this is a reasonable reaction for the situation at hand. If I had been overly emotional and given in to their requests, we would be struggling for no reason. Honestly, when your dad's business was doing well, we didn't even receive any form of compensation. There was no benefit for us. Since he didn't give us anything when he was successful, we don't need to give him anything now that he's failed.
Do you think that really makes any sense? We may not have received any financial gain from his business, but he helped us countless times when we were struggling. Isn't that something worth repaying? If your family is having a hard time, it's only right to help them through it. That's what it means to be a family.
Fine. Then you can earn your own money and use that. Don't touch my money. I worked hard for that money and deserve to be able to do whatever I want with it. Strictly speaking, I'm the one who provides the most for both of us. My salary is higher. I'm the main provider for our household. That means I should be able to dictate what we do or don't waste our money on.
Wow. So you want to play this game? I didn't realize how much of a bottom feeder you are. What if the roles were switched here and your parents were the ones having a hard time? Would you be okay if I refused to help them?
That's different. My parents would never get themselves into this situation. Don't even try to compare the two of them. Whatever. Either way, while I'm gone, I expect you to stay on your best behavior.
Amanda, what are you doing here? I thought you said you couldn't help us. There's no need for you to be here. Dylan already left for his trip, right? Did he make it to the airport on time?
Yeah, he made it. But he's the real problem right now. Oh, are you guys really going to be renting such a small apartment? I should have sent you the money. I'm so sorry to let you both down. I'm your only child and it's my responsibility to take care of you, but because of my stupid and selfish husband, I couldn't.
Let's just drop it for now, sweetie. You know, we have lived a really great life for so long. Plus, we have raised such an incredible daughter. I can't even count how many people you've lended your time, services, and money to. But you know what? We're going to be okay without your help this time. Plus, I kind of like this place. It's very roomy and cozy.
Yeah, we don't need a big house at this point in our lives. We don't have many guests anyways. Don't worry about us. There's no reason for it. I got a job recently and that will help us for the time being.
You got a job? What kind?
I'm working as a hostess in a restaurant nearby. Your dad was planning on working as a security guard at a nearby office building. Nothing intense. Just one of the guys who watches the cameras in the back rooms.
I'll basically be paid to people watch. Isn't that fun? It's not difficult work, so we're both going to be fine. So there you go. One less reason for you to worry about us. So quit fighting with Dylan over this. It's not worth it. Money is one of the leading causes of divorce in America, you know. Please don't let this cause a major divide between you.
Dad, you said you've been feeling weaker and more tired lately. How are you going to work all of those hours? I feel like this is only going to make your condition get worse. How about you both just accept a couple $100 each month from me? It may not be much, but it could at least help with groceries. It's the least I can do, really.
My goodness. You are so stubborn. I'm actually excited to go back to work, believe it or not. These past few years in retirement have been pretty boring. I'm excited to see more people and to have the chance to work around such delicious food. If we start to struggle more and can't handle the stress, we'll let you know. If that happens, then you can help us. Okay?
I like the sound of that. Your mother and I can easily live on our own if we both work hard to rebuild some of our savings. So leave Dylan alone. Don't nag him anymore about the money. Speaking of, it seems like he's been really busy lately. Ever since you two came over and we asked for your help, I could tell he was uncomfortable and wanted to apologize. I tried calling him, but he never answered and it went straight to voicemail. I even texted him, but he didn't read them.
Really? He didn't respond to anything you tried?
Oh my. He just left this morning. Should we be talking about this? We all know it's only going to make you more upset, Amanda. I'm sure he's already really stressed with work, and bringing this stuff up will only make it worse for him.
I'm just telling her because I wanted to apologize.
I'm telling you, there's no need for you to apologize. He'll finish work early and then be lounging around his hotel. I'll give him a call later today.
Hi, Amanda. It's me. Are you at work right now?
Yes, nice to hear from you. How have you been?
I've been great. How are you doing?
I'm also doing okay. What can I help you with?
What do you mean? I don't need you to help me with anything. I got back from my trip to Australia yesterday, and I just wanted to call and catch up with you. I've been thinking about you and your family, and I was a little worried about you all.
Did you hear about what happened to my dad's business? I'm sorry I didn't let you know sooner. I've just been under a lot of pressure recently and I can't seem to get a hold of myself.
Even so, this is the kind of thing you should tell me about sooner. I heard from Dylan and I was so surprised.
I'm so sorry. You must have been so worried about us.
You didn't give your parents any of Dylan's hard-earned money, did you? I heard that they begged for you two to bail them out. Dylan told me he reminded you that you aren't in the right position to be giving all of that money away. I was anxious you might change your mind.
Is that the reason you called me? To make sure I'm obeying your son's demands? Should I go ahead and just give them the money? Everyone seems to be obsessed with the idea. Maybe it's a sign.
If you do that, I would be worried about how my son will react. He explicitly told you not to. It would be wrong for you to go behind his back and do the opposite of what he wanted. I don't want him to end up being a failure like your dad. No one in our family has gone through that kind of failure, and I don't want it to start now. We have a reputation to uphold. If you give them anything, I promise I will let him know as soon as possible. I know that this must be hard for you and that it seems like the right thing to do is bail them out, but you have to remember that it isn't your responsibility. I would never ask you guys to do something like that for me. I was just worried about you. That's why I called. This doesn't mean you can't help your parents. I understand that that's all you want to do. Help. All we are trying to say is that you don't need to help them financially. Plus, if you help them too much now, they will keep coming back to you when life is inconvenient. That's how people become reliant on others. You understand what I'm trying to tell you, right?
How are you on Dylan's side in this situation? Do you also lack a basic level of sympathy? I remember that when you were struggling the most at your restaurant, my dad took his employees there to eat all the time. At least 3 times a week, they would all go together and order a ton of food. He always tried to support your business. That wasn't just him trying to do a favor that he expected you to repay later. He just wanted to support you because he considers you his family. But now here you are pretending he has never done anything worthy of helping him out.
Okay, yeah. He came in every once in a while, but that didn't help me at all. Isn't it obvious that he should come to visit? We're in-laws. I would be worried if he didn't stop by every once in a while. Stopping by and ordering a single meal is very different than loaning someone thousands of dollars, don't you think? You should never have to loan money to people. There's no guarantee that you'll even get the money back. Go ahead and do it if that's all you really want. Just know that my son is going to divorce you in a heartbeat. Bet you knew that already.
I guess Dylan learned this kind of behavior from you. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
You better watch yourself, miss. I don't think either of us has done anything wrong here. Don't you dare try to insult us. I'm only telling you all of this because it's for your own good. Believe me.
I'm done with this conversation.
Suit yourself.
How was the returning flight? I'm sure you must be tired since it was an international trip. Wow, what all did you bring with you for you to have this much luggage?
Of course I'm tired. Come help me carry all of this in. Don't just stand there. These are just some gifts for our parents. I got my mom a gift like I usually do, and your mom's birthday gift.
You've been so busy lately, but you remembered to get her a birthday gift?
Yes, I remembered. She's my mom too. How could I forget? I know I don't have to get her anything, but I wanted to, so I did. Don't thank me too much, though. It's not like I'm going to be giving them a ton of money or anything like that. It's just a traditional gift. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, I'm kind of stinky. I think I'm going to go take a shower. Then we can chat some more.
Sounds good. Have a good shower. Can't believe he actually got her something. I thought for sure he would have either forgotten or willingly ignored the fact. I should have known that he would be back to normal as soon as I dropped the money-related stuff. I guess I misunderstood him. Maybe I was blowing it out of proportion. I'm still disappointed, but there's nothing I can do about it now. I guess it's true that I have been really on edge and sensitive. Maybe I was the one in the wrong. Ah, come on, Amanda. Get a hold of yourself. Stop blaming him for everything you're upset about.
Thanks to you, I'm enjoying a lovely lunch in such a high-end place. Thank you so much, honey.
Anytime. I didn't think you had ever eaten here since it's in a hotel, so I thought it would be a fun place for us to eat at together. This hotel is really popular for their 5-star restaurant and their incredible room service. Dad is always so upset on the anniversary of his mom's death. I wish he would have come out with us. The one good thing that came from him staying home today is that I get to spend the day with you all on my own.
Well, not completely on your own.
Oh yeah, you're here too, so I guess we're not really all alone. Here, I got you a gift while I was away.
Oh yes, another gift from my generous son. What could it be this time? Oh my god! Isn't this a limited edition Prada bag? I saw that these are going for anywhere between $6,000 and $7,000.
Hold up. You bought your mom a $6,000 bag while you were on your work trip? And you didn't think that you should let me know?
Why would I need to let you know what I was going to get my mom? I already planned for it before I went on the trip. It was less expensive overseas, so I decided to go ahead and get it. Mom, no offense, but you're starting to get pretty old. I thought it was about time you got your first luxury designer bag. Do you remember the first time I bought you a Gucci wallet? That's nothing compared to this.
You are so sweet. I can't believe it. You chose so well. It's so beautiful. My style for sure. I can't wait to show it off to your dad and all of my friends. They're going to freak out when they see it.
I'm glad you like it so much. I was hoping that the color would be okay.
Oh, it is more than okay.
Good thing I know your style pretty well. That definitely helped.
I'm still caught on the fact that you spent thousands of dollars on a bag. You said we weren't in a good financial situation and we needed to save all of our money for a house. That's the main reason you gave me for not letting me send my parents any money. And now here you are buying luxury bags? You bought my mom a gift too, didn't you? But I doubt it was nearly as expensive as that bag. Am I right? I am disgusted by your behavior. What a double standard! You brought us here for my mom's birthday dinner? My mom is turning 65 and you thought that McDonald's was an appropriate choice.
Who doesn't like McDonald's? I thought it would be a fun and affordable choice. You didn't specify where we should go and you let me drive, so I thought I could take us anywhere I wanted. Plus, considering your parents' current financial standing, I think it's a good choice. You're okay with this, aren't you, Mrs. Clarkson?
Well, I don't particularly mind. It's fine. I haven't enjoyed a nice hamburger in a while, so this should be fun. Plus, it's pretty affordable. Thanks, Dylan.
Mom, it's your birthday! We're not just going out to eat as a family. We're going out to celebrate your life. This is no place for us to be celebrating.
Hey, are you saying that people who want to celebrate their birthdays here are wrong for that? That's pretty messed up. Lots of people enjoy coming here. I thought it would be a fun and affordable meal. We can even get some ice cream or something for dessert afterwards.
Thank you for thinking about our monetary limitations. Don't worry about it, Amanda. Your mom said it's fine. It doesn't matter what we're eating as long as we're here to celebrate her.
That's what I was thinking. Plus, I think everyone enjoys some good old fast food every once in a while. Oh, here's your birthday gift. I got it for you while I was on my business trip.
You got me a gift. You didn't have to. What could it be?
You even got her a gift while you were out working. You are so thoughtful, Dylan. Thank you for putting so much care into her special day.
Of course, I had to get her something. It's her birthday.
Wow, what a nice bag. It feels very sturdy and it is very pretty. Thank you so much.
What is this crap?
What do you mean, crap? It's a bag, obviously. I heard that this bag is very popular in many regions. The shop owners were telling me about how wonderful it is and how many people buy them each year. This one is a newer model, so you're one of the first to have it. My friends and other acquaintances have bought some similar stuff, and they recommended the brand. I didn't think you had a reason to use an overly expensive designer bag, so I decided to get you the next best thing. It doesn't have to be the highest quality as long as it looks nice and it can hold all of your stuff. Honestly, if you compare this to some of the luxury brands, it looks very similar. You could even pass it off as another brand if you really wanted to.
Oh, you're right. It really does look like some of the more expensive bags I've seen. Plus, I'm not really that interested in having such an expensive bag. I mean, what if it were to be stolen? That would be awful. Thank you for the gift. I promise I will use it well.
Now that I look at it, it seems like it's a fake luxury bag. Are you sure this was recommended to you by your friends? I think you got a cheap knockoff for my mom. And wow! How could you say that she wouldn't have any use for such a nice bag? Are only certain people allowed to use fancy clothing items and accessories? I didn't know there was a rule that dictated who gets to use them and in what situations it is appropriate. You're only focused on your blood-related family and your own personal gain. You don't care about us. Not really.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it out loud, but since you did already, I won't stop you. You really think I should have bought your mom the same bag I got my mom? Your mom would have destroyed it within a day. She's not classy enough to know how to use such a nice purse. This was only $60. I saved money and I knew she would use it and enjoy it. Why would I spend more money if I didn't need to?
What did you just say? Are you saying my parents aren't classy people?
Yeah, I am. They're at the bottom of the social hierarchy. They have to know their place in society. You need to live at your level, and believe me, your parents are not at the level where they will require luxury items. I think that this is a good enough gift to suit their needs. Honestly, I think this kind of bag is too nice for your mom. She could use an even simpler item, but I wanted to be extra nice considering it is her birthday. If you think it's so insulting, should I just take the gift back and give it to someone else? I can do that if you'd like.
Amanda, stop provoking him. I'm really okay. Sit back down and let's just eat.
Why does everyone keep demanding me to do stuff? Am I not allowed to make my own decisions? I'm asking you why you think you can treat my parents with such little respect. Do you really think you're that much better than them? You should buy them something better and apologize for your disgusting and offensive words. How could you buy her a knockoff? I can't believe I'm married to such a jerk. I'm starting to think you're actually a terrible person.
All bags are knockoffs if you think about it. Designers steal ideas all the time. Everything is a ripoff of something else. Why would I go buy her something else when I just gave her a perfectly good gift? And you know what? I am better than them. I'm better than you too. If you act like garbage, you're going to be treated like it too. Forget it. I've lost my appetite. I'm out of here. I'm going to go wait in the car. You guys can enjoy the rest of your meal and come out when you're done. Hurry up and order and I will pay for everyone's meal. I don't want to be around such an immature child right now.
Sweetie, I told you to stop crying. I'm okay. I really think the purse is beautiful and I'm sure I will use it the best I can.
That's not really the issue here. It's not that he got you a cheap gift or that he's unwilling to buy something better. He has shown that he has no respect for us. Buying a knockoff item as a gift on its own isn't the worst thing someone could do. Plus, we don't have a need for a $1,000 bag. We don't. The problem is the way he is treating you, honey.
I'm so sorry, Mom and Dad. I am so sorry. I feel like such an idiot for falling in love with someone like that. But you know what? I haven't had McDonald's in a long time, and even though I don't think it was appropriate for the occasion, it did bring back a lot of memories from my childhood.
It brought back memories for me too. I remember when we used to come here and I would let you play in the kids' area while I read my books. You always had a blast.
Those were simpler times, weren't they? Amanda, I know I messed up. My business failed and I let down a lot of people. I understand why others might look down on me. Has Dylan been talking bad about us often? It seems like he was very confident that what he was saying is true.
Does it even matter? Who cares if he talks bad about us behind our back? It could happen. If your parents had such a tragic situation happen so suddenly when we were young, I might have said some unkind things as well.
You're right. I have to own up to my mistakes and take some accountability. You need to live the rest of your life humbly and responsibly, or else you'll end up like me. Pretty scary, isn't it?
Oh, stop it. Don't use this as an excuse to try to scare her. You've done well, Amanda. We are so proud of you for everything you've achieved so far in your life. We have a lot of respect for you and the decisions you've made. Please note that I'm seriously okay, and that I'm just happy we were able to spend some time together. I have lived such a wonderful life for so many years. And you know what? My life is still amazing. One fake bag isn't going to bring me down.
You know what? I actually have to disagree with you. The more that I think about it, the more frustrated I get. How could someone act like that? We have been nothing but supportive ever since you two got married. And he says he is in love with you, yet he speaks to you as if you are stupid. Honestly, he is starting to piss me off. What do you want me to do about it, sweetie? Should I go remind him how protective I am? I know he's your husband, but I don't think I can just stand by while he treats you like that.
I'm sorry you had to see that, Dad. But you know what? I also can't stand being with someone as horrible as him. I can't imagine having to spend the rest of my life with that jerk. I just want to have a loving relationship like you two have. I don't understand Dylan at all.
Okay, then let's do something about it. I have a good idea. I'm not going to let my only daughter live the rest of her life with such a trashy guy. It's time to take out the trash.
Why are you only just now getting home? I waited for you guys outside for 30 minutes and then left because you took too long.
We just got caught up talking about this and that. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Did you eat dinner yet?
You're asking if I ate at this hour? Yeah. I ate a while ago.
Thank you for taking my mom out for her birthday lunch. I'm sorry I was nagging you so much. Honestly, I've just been really stressed and I lashed out at you.
Oh, you're finally realizing how annoying and unreasonable you've been. Hooray! You can't speak to me like that, especially not in front of other people. You know that now, right?
Right. I'm sorry. It was an honest mistake. I was just acting hysterically. I didn't mean what I said. You're right. Everyone needs to understand their role in society and stay in their place. So I decided I wanted to do something for my mom's birthday as well. Today you took us out, and later, I want to take us all out. I promise that if you let me, I will put my parents in their place and remind them that they aren't at the same level as us. They need to understand their roles in this world.
I like that idea. Recently, I took my mom to an incredible 5-star hotel restaurant. It's famous for the food and the beautiful dining hall. My mom bragged to all of her friends that she got to go there. Let's prepare something at a similar restaurant and invite my mother as well. She should be able to see us put them in their place.
I'm sure your mom would love to see it. We should definitely invite her. Oh, and we need to move.
What? Why? Where?
You know my parents' old house? The nice one that I grew up in? I want us to move into the house next door. Originally, I wanted to move into the same house, but it looks like someone else moved in before we had the chance to look into it. This is just the next best thing. The square footage is slightly less, though.
What? Why do you want to move back there?
Oh, you don't know? My dad has a little land left. I didn't realize it, but it turns out he managed to salvage one asset. Apparently, the city wants to develop the land, so there is going to be a huge payout to my parents. But apparently, they want to sell the land to us so they can buy a better house. If we buy the land, we're going to be able to sell it to the city. The best part is that the value of the land keeps going up.
Your dad owns some undeveloped land? How many acres is it? Do they want to buy a really expensive house again?
They don't want an overly expensive house. They just don't want to rent an apartment anymore. I'm not sure how many acres it is, but I heard it's going for anywhere between $25 and $30 million. They said that they don't need that much money, especially since they're getting old. They just want to have a nice house and live comfortably.
Why are you only telling me this now?
I was going to tell you earlier today while we were eating, but you stormed off and I didn't have the chance. My dad said he's been calling you and leaving voicemails and texts too. You haven't answered any of them, have you? He was going to tell you too, but you didn't give him the chance to do so.
That's just because I've been busy with work. I wasn't ignoring him or anything. I just got distracted and didn't return his messages. Should I make a reservation for all of us this weekend? I'm sorry I wasn't in a good mood today. I had a pretty bad attitude and said some things that I regret. I want to make it up to your parents. Your mom loves pasta, right? So why don't we take them to one of the nicest Italian restaurants in town? I know a great place that has incredible pasta and bread. Let's do a real birthday party this time.
No need to throw a party. My mom is satisfied enough with today's meal. Don't worry too much about today. It's normal for couples to fight sometimes. We're going to get through this.
It honestly makes me feel a lot better hearing you say that.
Let's start packing stuff up and preparing for the move. We're going to be busy soon, so don't worry about our fights. Let's just focus on creating a good future for ourselves.
If you guys had told me sooner, I probably would have been in a better mood.
We can't change the past, so let's just focus on the present now. Hello? How are you today? Is there something I can help you with? I'm actually quite busy at the office right now, so I can't talk for long.
Sorry for bothering you while you're so busy. I heard the good news from Dylan this morning. It sounds like your dad found a solution for all of his troubles after all. It must be a dream come true for you all to sell that land. 25 million is a number I never thought you guys would see.
I know, right? It sounds like Dylan got you all caught up on our lives. Just like the last time we caught up.
Yeah, well, last time we just exchanged pleasantries and greeted each other. I am excited to hear about what your parents are planning to do with their portion of the money. It sounds like they made some smart choices all those years ago when they purchased that land. What a relief it is they are going to be all right. Oh, and I'm looking forward to hearing more about your new house. I heard that you guys are planning on moving into the house that is right next to the one you grew up in.
Yes, that's correct. Originally, I wanted to buy my childhood home, but it was already sold. So I figured this was the next best thing.
You'll have to show me the Zillow pictures this weekend. I'm glad your mom loves pasta like me. I am dying to go to this place. Can you send me the address when you get the chance?
Of course. I'll send it to you this evening when I get off of work.
Oh, and don't forget to send me the address for your new house when you get the chance. I want to put it in my phone so I don't forget.
I can do that as well. I'll make sure to send both of the addresses later tonight.
Congratulations, Amanda. This is very exciting.
Thank you, Mrs. Brown. I appreciate the enthusiasm.
Oh, I heard that you're preparing for my birthday as well. You know it's coming up fast.
Yes, I am very excited to celebrate your special day. Is there anything in particular you would like me to get you? I have a few ideas, but if there is something more specific you would like, please let me know.
I'm okay with pretty much anything, but I really love that hotel restaurant I visited with Dylan. You should have seen it! The chandeliers were huge. Plus, the food was delicious. Definitely worth the visit. My friends are going to be so jealous when they hear I'm going there a second time. I can't wait to rub it in their faces. As for gifts, there is something I would like.
What is it? Tell me so I can get it for you.
These days it is common for women to order custom shoes from private designers. My friend got a one-of-a-kind pair of shoes last week from a famous designer, and now I can't help but want a pair of my own. I heard that they have a form you can fill out on the website to reserve an appointment with the designer so that you can consult about what kind of shoes you want. After that, they make it from scratch and return it to you in a couple of weeks.
Wow, that sounds like an incredible opportunity. Thank you for sharing your idea with me.
Thank you for listening. I don't want to sound greedy, so I appreciate that you asked me on your own.
It only makes sense for me to ask. I don't want to guess and get you something you don't want and won't use. We can go to the appointment together. Maybe I can schedule an appointment before your party so that you can receive the shoes on your birthday. I will look into it for you.
That sounds wonderful, dear. Thank you again. Oh, and Amanda.
Yes?
Please forget all of those harsh things I said the last time we spoke. I wasn't thinking clearly and was just worried about protecting my son. I'm sorry if I offended you.
What part are you apologizing for?
When I told you not to spend the money or else my son would divorce you. That was really rude. I was very harsh. I wanted to help you and your family, but I didn't want to get on Dylan's bad side, so I supported his decisions even though they hurt you. I regret what I said, and I want you to know I wish I could take it all back. Please don't take what I said to heart.
I didn't. I understood that you were just trying to support Dylan. You are his mom. I can't blame you for wanting to protect him. Thanks to you, I made the right decision and followed all of Dylan's instructions. If it weren't for you, I might have made a major mistake. Thank you.
Oh, that is a relief. I was so worried that I offended you. I should have known that you were smart enough to understand where I was coming from. You are much more open-minded than many people your age. Okay, I'll let you get back to work. See you at my party!
Sounds good. See you then.
What are we doing here? Aren't we supposed to go to the hotel we ate at last time? That's where I thought we were going, but this is not the right place.
Why are you two sounding so confused? We came here to celebrate Mrs. Brown's birthday, of course. I thought Taco Bell sounded like the best place for a party. Let's go, guys. After you. It turns out you don't need to make a reservation for fast food restaurants like this. Isn't that convenient?
Why on earth would you bring us to a Taco Bell? You told me you were going to take us to a nice hotel. What are we doing here? Is this some kind of sick joke?
I thought this would be a better option since you've been wasting so much of your money on nonsense these days. I figured it would be a good chance for you to remember what it was like to be a low-class citizen. You know, like what you were before you married Dylan's dad. Let's go in first and look at the menu. Don't worry about paying for it either. It will be my treat. You can't just ignore my plans. That would be incredibly rude, wouldn't it? I mean, I went through all of this trouble to plan this for you.
What do you think you're doing right now?
Oh, you don't think this is an appropriate place to bring your mom for her birthday? Where was it you took my mom for her birthday again?
Hey, that's not fair.
What about it's not fair?
Ew! Look how dirty the tables are. I can't eat here. I think I'm going to be sick.
Great news, Mrs. Brown. This is my gift to you. Hope you enjoy it. Happy birthday!
Huh! You call this a gift? Are you trying to insult me? Do you realize how badly I wanted those custom shoes? You asked me to get my hopes up and then don't get me anything.
Just kidding. It wouldn't be a real birthday party if I didn't get you a gift. Here, open it.
What is this? They're shoes, but they look like cheap knockoffs.
They are certainly not name brand shoes. Isn't this just something you'd get at those tacky shoe stores they have in random malls?
Tacky stores? I'll have you know that many of my friends and acquaintances recommended these shoes. I bought the ones that I felt would suit your mom the most. You like them, don't you?
How could I like them? I wouldn't be caught dead in these. Look at how cheap they are. The fabric is cheap and the plastic is too thin. This is humiliating. How am I supposed to wear these?
How dare you try to insult and humiliate my mother like this? You can't buy this kind of thing and call it a gift. It's unacceptable.
Actually, I think it fits her personality quite well. You know, everyone has a certain place in society, right? Some people act like trash and deserve to be treated like trash, right? You taught me that. I think you both need to learn your place in this world. You think you have a high status and have earned the right to look down at others, but guess what? You are both nothing. You're just garbage and you belong in the landfill. I feel like going to that fancy of a restaurant would be too much for people like you. Right?
What? You're saying I don't have enough status to go to that kind of restaurant? What kind of nonsense is that?
Oh, you think it's nonsense? Why don't you tell it to your son? He's the one who said that about my parents first. Well, I hope you enjoy the shoes. Make sure you use them well. Oh, and don't forget to show them off to your friends. I'm sure they will be incredibly jealous of you. Oh, and Dylan, I almost forgot. I have something for you, too.
What is it? Are you going to give us another cheap gift?
I wouldn't say it's cheap. Why don't you look it over first?
What's this? What are all these papers? Divorce papers? Are you seriously serving me with divorce papers right now?
Yes. I feel that this is the perfect gift for someone of your status. Don't you agree? I'm pretty sure that you guys are in the right place. You seem to fit right in. I think that we can't be together anymore. Because, well, we aren't in the same level in life. You thought you were out of my league, but the truth is that I'm out of yours. You kept threatening me with divorce, and I decided it would be more fun to surprise you with it. I hope that you meet another woman that's just like you. I'm sure you two will be very happy together. Or maybe not. If you find someone just like you might end up miserable and alone forever.
How can you say all of this in front of me? And in public? Aren't you ashamed of yourself?
It doesn't matter where I do it. Either way, he was going to tell you what happened immediately afterward. Might as well save you a few steps. It turns out that your son and I don't share the same social status, so that's why I need to leave him. Dylan, when you get a lawyer and look over the divorce papers, sign them and contact me. I want to be done with this relationship as soon as possible.
You're really just throwing me out like garbage? No second thoughts?
If you don't take the garbage out, it starts to stink. I have to say that it is starting to stink over here. That means it's time for you to go.
How can you be so cruel? Isn't this a bit far?
I don't think it's cruel. I think I'm allowed and entitled to act this way, aren't I? I'm replicating your own actions. All of the things you are displeased with are things you have said or done to me or my family. When my parents were having a hard time, you only thought about yourself and you berated me for wanting to help them. It took me a long time to see the red flags, but now I'm ready to cut you loose.
Ha! That's rich coming from you.
Goodbye, Dylan.
Wait. I was just stressed then because of work and it made me act up. You know I'm not normally like this. I'll apologize.
There's no need for you to apologize. I learned a lot from you. That's why I decided that I deserve to leave you. Because we are not on the same level, and I am way out of your league. I could do much better.
Amanda, babe, I'm sorry. I said I was sorry. I didn't realize how horrible I was being to you. I was so disrespectful to you and your parents. I don't deserve to be forgiven for that. I understand why you're angry, but please, let me at least apologize. Give me one more chance. I promise I will change. I'm telling you, I am so sorry.
Don't you think this is a little pathetic? Begging me to give you a second chance? I'm done. No more chances. If you want to make me happy one last time, get out of my face and let me leave. We live in different worlds now. I never want to see or hear from you ever again unless it's in court. I wish you all the best as you navigate life, knowing that you are at the bottom of the barrel. Oh, and Mrs. Brown, maybe you can beg for him to get you some custom shoes sometime soon. If he works hard enough for the next few months, I know he will have more than enough money to cover the costs. That's how he could afford such an expensive luxury bag for you before. Well, I need to get going. I wish I could say it was nice catching up with you, but then I would be lying. Oh man, I have lost my appetite. How about you two look at the menu and order something? Don't worry, I'll pay for it. Here's $30. You two can enjoy your meal together and then find a ride home. All right, I'm going now. Bye!
Babe, don't go. Amanda, wait. How can you be all packed up already? Wait a second and just listen to me.
I'm pretty sure I said everything I needed to say to you at Taco Bell.
Look, I'm getting down on my knees to apologize. Sincerely. I am so sorry. I was in the wrong. I didn't treat you right. I see that now. I'll go and apologize to your mom and dad too. So please, just give me one more chance. I'm willing to fix my behavior. You've changed my perspective on life.
How have I changed your perspective? My mom and dad don't want to hear you apologize. They just want to see me move on with my life and spend my time with people who actually care about me. I understand what kind of person you are now, and I want nothing to do with you. I guess I've never been good at reading people, but now I know to be more cautious. My dad recently introduced me to a really great guy. He asked me out on a date and I said yes. It seems like I've already started to move on. I suggest you do the same.
I told you, I know I messed up. Please don't see that guy. He's not right for you. We're soulmates. We can't get divorced. We're meant to be together forever. It's nearly been 3 years.
How can we live together? We have different social statuses. As you said before, people need to live within their own level. That means there is no way we can coexist. If someone doesn't match us, they have to go. That's what you said to me. I told you before. If you're surrounded by garbage, you have to take it out. That's what I'm doing right now.
Why do you keep calling me trash?
Because that's the kind of person you are. You treat others like garbage and infect them. You belong with people that share that same energy. Ask your mom about that. I'm sure she can enlighten you as to how horrible of a person you are. All right, I'm leaving.
How are you leaving me after so many years? Does our time together mean nothing to you? Don't you dare open that door. I said don't open it. Okay, fine. Don't walk out that door. Don't you do it. Wait, don't close the door.
I didn't know trash could scream. After that, Dylan put up a fight. He tried everything he could in order to avoid getting divorced, but in the end, he couldn't get what he wanted. My dad hired me a great lawyer, and I ended up getting a huge settlement payment from Dylan. Ever since then, I've been living with my parents in the house next to the one I grew up in. I've been happier and more carefree ever since I left the marriage. Dylan tried to contact me many times after the divorce, but I didn't see him. I stood by my stance that garbage belongs in the dump and kept him out of my life. My parents are much happier now that I'm living with them again. Most of their stress has melted away ever since they sold my father's land. My dad introduced me to a kind boy close to my age who is finishing up his residency in medical school. He is the most caring, thoughtful, and kind-hearted person I have ever met. After 5 months of dating, he officially asked me to be his girlfriend. I said yes. I'm not rushing the relationship, although I can't imagine myself marrying him someday. I didn't realize how nice being in a relationship is when you are actually being respected by your partner. It's been a long time since my parents and I have lived under the same roof, but there is something so comforting about it. It's even better than I imagined it would be. My parents spend most of their free time doing various hobbies, such as solving puzzles, baking, gardening, or going for long walks. It's cute to see them so relaxed. I can't help but feel encouraged now. I know that life has more to offer. When Dylan heard that I was dating someone else, he nearly lost it. He called me nonstop and tried to come to our home. In the end, I got a restraining order to protect myself against him, and my father helped to support me the whole time. I'm so thankful to have such a kind and supportive family. Thank you for listening to my story. If you enjoyed the story and would like to hear more like it, don't forget to like and subscribe.